Hello, hello, hello. Antphrodite here, your pop culture psychic, back to you again with another urban legend spooky ooky reading. So, if you've read the title, The Black-Eyed Children, I had no idea what this was, but apparently it's an urban legend with these young kids who are like 6 to 8 who have black eyes, and I don't know what they do. Apparently they the urban legend is like they can lure you in or like attack you or something. So it's just like creepy imagery and this creepy thing. I think it started on the internet, but I'm not sure. Anyways, I'm just going to do a reading on it and see, is it real? Is it fake? If it is real, is it based on something else, or what's the tea? So we're just going to go into it. So hopefully you can have some fun with me and figure it out what they are and who they are and what they want. Some people think they're aliens. So, excuse me, extraterrestrials. Demi. I hear you. Remember, these readings are all alleged for entertainment purposes only. Let's get started. Okay. Okay, the Six of Cups is the past. It's also children. That would be a card to represent children. So, I mean, that's kind of good news there. Justice card. What's fair is fair. Okay. Knight of Wands. Seeking justice for something? Huh. Running away from something. Family reversed. Lover's card. What? Okay. Already, this reading is off to a weird start. So we see children that are seeking justice. They're angry. They're walking away or running away from something. So that could be like someone who runs away from home. The Ten of Cups is like a family issue. So running from family or family issues. And the Lover's card. That, I mean, are we talking about orphans? Are we talking about people who like are unwanted? Disappointments. Hierophant is reversed. Oh my God. Overthinking, overanalyzing. Okay, so do you remember back in the day when people were like, way back in the day, where like religious, everyone was like super religious because that's the Hierophant, and they cared about what people thought. And if your child wasn't like perfect, you had like shame, and they had like those abusive parents that would lock children in basements and stuff because they were embarrassed. Especially anyone who was born with like some sort of disability or something like that. It's giving that. Like it's giving families who are shameful of children who are unwanted for reasons that are out of their control. I don't know what I'm picking up on, but that's what I'm picking up on. So here we have the Queen of Wands, the Six of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. So greedy, selfish card. Six of Swords makes me think of travel, so I think of running away. Can I be honest with you? The Nine of Wands, things getting worse before they get better. The King of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. Oh my God. Okay. All right. I know exactly what this is. So do I think this is paranormal? No. Not at all. The Seven of Pentacles is a comfort. Okay. And the King of Swords, excuse me. It's the truth. The King of Swords is someone who's very intellectual, right? But the Nine of Wands is about like things being worse than what they are. I actually think that, well, I guess technically it's hard to say. All right, let me keep pulling. It could have started out as real. Yeah. Okay. So, all right. Let me rephrase this and reword this to make sure I'm understood, because I'm downloading stuff and this is gossip and this is the story that's exaggerated. And then this one right here is about other people making the story bigger. The Ten of Pentacles is a verse, which, I mean, obviously there's money to be made with stories. I'm going to tell you what I see because it's very clear to me. I do believe that there was some sort of, I don't know if it was an orphanage maybe it's in the main area that this started out in. I don't know if it was like someone like children who were like feeling neglected or whatever, or who parents were ashamed of, that ended up escaping. But I believe that that's how this started. I believe that it started with children who were lost, and who were running away from bad people. However, it looks to me like perhaps we have residual energy. So residual energy is a lot of the times historical energy that plays out over and over again. Oftentimes it'll be like you're in a haunted house and this woman in white will walk back and forth every single day at a certain time, because they did it so many times that it left an imprint into the space, and it left that residual imprint. I believe that if there is paranormal aspects to this, it's the residual imprint of the children. That's exactly what I see. Because for me, there is some reality to the story. There has to be reality to the story, which is why I'm like, I don't know if it's paranormal, but the experiences that people experience, they have to be paranormal. So that's exactly what I think is going on. The Two of Cups is reversed, the Page of Swords is reversed, and the Chariot. So to me, I don't see this as aggressive. I don't see this as consistent. So Chariot being reversed is inconsistent. So it's all over the place, which makes me think that like if it was something specific and if it was something that had a motive, it would have a consistent motive. So that to me, that's about stumbling upon them versus them stumbling upon you. So I know a lot of times we think we're the main character and we're like, oh my God, this thing showed itself to me. But did you ever stop and think that maybe you went into a space that it occupies? And if it's a imprint, residual energy imprint, then that would make a lot of sense, wouldn't it? So that's kind of what I'm seeing. The Page of Swords not trying to fight or cause any problems, and the Two of Cups, to me, that's like somebody who's cold and just wanted to be loved. I also see the Two of Cups as a frustration. Let me keep pulling. Yeah, the King of Pentacles is reversed. Ace of Pentacles upright, and the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of money involved, money motivation here, obviously. I mean, when it comes down to, folklore and stuff, you can always make movies, which they did of this and stuff like that. So you're going to see money involved in stories like this, obviously. But my main concern with cards like these, especially those three, and the King of Pentacles, it's the Truth reversed, there's an issue with money and abuse that caused the initial problems. So like perhaps a corrupt king, or maybe a corrupt mayor, or whoever is in charge back in the day, or maybe perhaps people were trading children, maybe back in the day it's like, sell this child for this, or it could be stuff like that. So for me, I see this as more tragic than scary. I see this as more of an emotional thing. Like for me, it looks like it's a little bit more, it looks like a lot, like the initial experience looks like residual energy, and it looks like people picked up on residual energy from some broken souls, and some people that were taken advantage of, by some human nature. And it's every time I do readings like this, it's always so funny, because the scariest part of every reading that I do of like this is the human mind and human actions, always. Like the human action is always the scariest to me, not the ghosts. It's what caused that. And I think that's what I see, because especially with money as a motivator. Yeah, you look at the Ten of Wands as a burden, the Stars, attention, and Knight of Pentacles. It's like, this person is a burden to me. This child is a burden to me. I'll pay anything or do anything if you can help me. That's what it's giving. That's literally what it's giving. I guess I'm wondering if maybe there's something that shape shifts. The only other thing I could possibly tell you is that if you do see stuff like this, it might be something shape shifting, and borrowing the costume, so to speak. because this doesn't particularly look aggressive, or it looks passive to me. It looks like something you would watch. It's like a sunset. Like, that's what it reminds me of. So I see in my head like an imprint. So if you are seeing something like this, I would say that it's perhaps maybe a shape-shifting thing, because it doesn't seem that way. The Empress is like children looking for a mother. It's reversed. It's like, I wasn't nurtured. I didn't have any of the love that I wanted or needed, and I'm looking for that. So I would also say, like, if you see stuff like this, I want to think, like, I would like to ask the people that see this what type of person they are. You know, are you a nurturing person? Does this energy feel comfortable around you? Like, what is it? The 9 of Cups, not getting what I wanted. 8 of Wands. Yeah, I just feel like a soul that just like gave up. Was like, yeah, there's no one here for me. I'm isolated and alone. And I have I can't do anything about it. It's like being left and abandoned. That's it. That's the word, abandoned. It's like an abandonment. Dude, look, there's the 2 of Pentacles, the creepy twins on it. The 2 of Wands, friction, and the 8 of Swords, a victim of circumstance here, or a victim in general. So for me, yeah, I'll trade you for this. It feels that way, like children that are traded or given up, or especially because, like, remember back in the day, if your child had some sort of issue, it was shameful, and they would do horrible things to them before they knew any better. And I just feel like that's what it's giving. 3 of Cups, I can't trust you, and there's a bunch of untrustworthy people. Wheel of Fortune, I want a better opportunity, I want a better risk, I want to redo. I want one that's good, not one that's bad. That's what I'm hearing. So, I don't know. To me, this reading is a lot different than I expected. Maybe not exactly spooky ooky like you guys were hoping. It feels more sad to me, and it feels like residual energy of spirits that are just we're neglected. And like I said before, if anything, there may be something that shapeshifts or something that wears this energy as a costume. It's probably the best I can do as far as paranormal. The rest of it kind of just looks like residual energy. So quick reading. Hope you guys like that. If you did, make sure you tip. There's links to my people down below. Follow me Twitch. Do these live on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Antphrodite. Until next time, bye guys.